The elephant in the room for me, and the question I have is, where's the candidate that's sitting by the Halloween pumpkin? Now, I said I'm a Democrat, and I find this rather disturbing, and I'm surprised and disappointed, because I'm a former member of Parliament, and I thought, as Jim was a member of Parliament, that he would at least have said, I'm sure he has a reason or an excuse, but why is that chair empty tonight? And that's not very respectful, and it's disgraceful towards democracy. And so never mind policies and so on, but education, and we've discussed seniors and all the good issues. I'd hope to talk about youth. Because youth
got a red
are our future.
card.
Not only oil, but youth are our future as well. And thank you very much, and congratulations to everybody for being here too.
Yeah, thank you. So, I was so excited to ask the last question, and you took it from me. That was my question. Actually, it was someone from the audience that asked, where is the Conservative? And I think all of us can go home tonight, and we can think about maybe calling the Premier's office up tomorrow and ask him that question, and ask his campaign that question. And if they come to your door knocking, ask them that question, why they're not participating in an event that every other candidate except our independent candidate, which I don't know where he is either. But more importantly, many people wanted to hear from the Premier tonight, and he's not here again. And this is a very loud statement from the Conservatives in this province. We are going to wrap up the evening here. 2 minutes each from each of the candidates. Robert, we're going to start with you, and
I think I get to start.
Do you get to start? Oh, actually, we're going to start. Just go back this
we're
way.
gonna do it the
Yeah,
other
we're
way, okay.
changing it a little bit. Jennifer, I didn't tell you that part, but Robert, now I'm telling you. I'm in charge. I'm in charge of them.
Today we've heard a lot of good ideas. Is your life better than 5 years ago? You deserve better government. Here in Calgary Foothills, we have to send a message. We deserve more teachers, doctors, and our roads to be fixed. People work too damn hard to pay too many bills. It's time to put this province back into your hands. My name is Robert Prissick, and together we can rebuild this province. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Okay, thank you, Julie. And thank you to the audience for your questions and for your attention. I know it's a bit late at night, so we really appreciate it. And you've heard our opening statements now. You've heard some answers to the questions we submitted. And I hope you feel like you've gotten to know me a little better, and now you have a choice to make. I want to take a couple seconds to recognize my respect for the other candidates sitting up here. It's a tough job to put your name on a ballot, so thank you, everyone. I'm up here right now, and I'm speaking to you not only as a candidate, but also as a longtime Calgarian, a community member, and a voter. I grew up in a hardworking family not far from here, and I've spent years working at minimum wage jobs. I've battled huge student loans, and I've juggled community work with full-time, sometimes more than full-time work. So I understand hard work, and I am deeply invested in this city, and I believe Calgarians deserve better. They deserve better than a pumpkin. I just added that in right now. This party that has represented your riding for 43 years has delivered broken election promises. They've delivered ineffective healthcare and education, and they've created a population that, for the most part, feels very disengaged from the political process. I have a different vision for the province and for your community. As your MLA, I will commit to building relationships with constituents and community leaders and supporting schools, hospitals, small businesses, clean air and clean water. I believe Alberta's prosperity should work for everyone. Alberta is a modern, changing province that deserves government, better government. And in this election, you deserve a choice between PC entitlement and wild rose extremism. The Alberta NDP is the only progressive team with the resources and the organization to take on these conservative governments. I've been on your doorstep every chance I could, and I've listened to you, and I hear you feel underrepresented. If you elect me, I will be a voice for you in the legislature. I will listen to you, and I will be an advocate for you. I am Jennifer Burgess, and I'm running for the Alberta NDP.
Thanks, Jennifer.
And I'm Polly Knowlton-Cockett, and I'm running for the Green Party of Alberta, as you know. I thought I'd start with that instead of finish. I just thought I might talk about water, okay? There's a lot of bottled water on the table. It's Nestle, major corporation. This particular water comes from BC. Okay, I have a little problem with some of that. Now, I will tell you that I'm the only candidate who brought her own water. But I also am honest, and I'm going to tell you that it's a Starbucks water bottle, which is also a major world corporation with some certain issues, although I like the size of the bottle. Okay, it's also made in China. Okay, so the point is that we can rethink one thing, but we need to rethink rather a lot of things and how we go about what we do. The Green Party stands for basic principles, questions the status quo, looks for a better way to do things that includes more people in a sustainable, responsible way. And I'm still going to use my Starbucks bottle, but I won't do that. But so even when we're organizing things like this, another way to do it is with a pitcher from the kitchen with reusable glasses, okay, and local water. It is another way to do things. Everything you do, there's another little way, and the more we pick up and think about how could I do this a little more efficiently, a little better, how can I smile at this other person, who, and I would never vote for Wild Rose, but she's a really nice person. Thank you. And I just wanted to say that I'm the oldest person up here, and I've got the red card. And,
Thank you, Polly. Thanks. Kathy, your turn.
Okay. And I'd also like to thank the fellow candidates for being here tonight to put forward your ideas and defend them to the constituents. I believe that Danielle Smith and the Wild Rose Party is moving Alberta forward into what I believe is going to be a very bright future. We will balance the budget, eliminate perks and waste, and prioritize spending to reduce wait times, build schools, and care for our seniors and our vulnerable. And we do not want to leave our kids billions of dollars in debt. In this election, the people of Calgary Foothills have a unique opportunity to send the PC Party a message. The Premier has chosen our constituency to seek a seat in the legislature, and I think I speak for many when I say I'm disappointed that he chose to skip tonight's event. Maybe he believes he has your vote in the bag. Maybe he's afraid to defend his government's record. But I believe if you're going to represent people, you should show up and state your case. The people of Calgary Foothills have told me that they've had enough of this kind of approach to public service. I'm running to give this constituency the representation they deserve. I've devoted my life to doing what I can to make my community stronger. I've listened, I've been accessible, and advocate for people, and that's what I plan to continue to do. On Election Day, I humbly ask for your support. Please vote for Kathy McDonald, candidate Wild Rose Party, Calgary Foothills, on Monday, October 27th. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. Thank you.
I'd like to thank everyone for their participation tonight, for all of you being here. I'm really impressed when I see engagement, active engagement of our citizens in government. It's crucial to getting responsible government. I'm here in front of you putting myself forward as a candidate so that I can encourage the connection between community and government, to bridge the gap between government and disenfranchised people, to be a real voice for the people of our area. I am disappointed in the fact that our premier is not here, that he chose to request a photo op at a school in Edgemont and was able to speak to students there, but denied the voters an opportunity to hear from him. I'm also disappointed in the announcements of building new schools, 65 new schools or something like that. Redford did the same thing. 50 schools, she promised, 0 were built. I want our community and our province to prosper, yet protect our planet and environment. We need to build capacity now and for the future. I don't see that happening now, and that's why we need to move to responsible government. The rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer, and the middle class is just scrambling to stay the way we are. With the ideas about evaluating every solution against the triple bottom line that I talked about earlier, the 3 ideas that decisions should bring about prosperity of the province, protection of the planet, and to the benefit of all the people in the community, then good decisions can and will be made. I live by the words anticipate and prevent, detect and correct. We need to anticipate obstacles, prevent creating problems, detect the issues, and correct them. I hope to meet more of you on your doorsteps. I am here, I am one of us, and I am ready to roll up my sleeves and help solve the problems that we face today in our future. I want to represent you, I want to represent us. I'm a mom, I am a teacher, I'm a community member like you. I am passionate about finding sustainable answers to the issues that we all face. I'm Michelle Glavine, and I very earnestly ask for your support on October 27th.
Thanks, Michelle. Your candidates for Calgary Foothills. Round of applause, one more. So this is kind of the closing of the evening. These candidates have made it very clear that they are committed. The candidates that are here have made it very clear that they're committed to represent you. And so I'm hoping all of you that are here tonight will also become committed. If you're not already engaged in this election, this is your time to get engaged. You now have access, direct access to some incredible people here tonight. Also, on the back of these brochures, if you please pick one up in the back, it's got the contact information for all these individuals. I would like to thank all the volunteers who made this happen. This doesn't just come out of nowhere. This is a lot of hard work to bring people out. Also, these incredible young people. Stand up, please, ladies. Again, round of applause. This is our future, right here, participating. Awesome. And to Chantel, who helped enormously in preparing a lot of the communications for this, and also Stephanie, who worked really hard to make this happen. So thank you all for tonight, and Stephanie's just going to say a few words, and we'll end the evening.
Masti Cho, I just want to give a big thank you to all the candidates for coming tonight and sharing your time. The 4 women were the first on board, and then Robert threw his hat in on October 8th before nominations closed on October 9th. And then on October 9th, the independent had put his name in to run. So I had put it out there for him to attend, but he did not make it, so that is no fault of mine, and we wish him the best in his campaign. I want to thank Calgary Sound Rentals for tonight for the sound system to make it eligible for everybody to hear these wonderful responses, and thank our pastor on the sound system. And again, Tom Baines and my other volunteers, a shout out to Anita and the back, and Jen and her daughters. And I want to give a big recognition to the Executive Director for CNIB Northwest Territories, is standing at the back of the room. If he could just give a big wave. And to the other party leaders and all the campaign managers and their volunteers for being here. Many have asked why the Premier is not here, and I would like to just take a couple minutes to share the response that I did receive from his campaign early in October, and I'll just read it out, and you can take with it what you make, but I just ask, when you go to vote on October 27th, that you take that time and you consider and you talk with your neighbors about what you heard tonight, and you have time to meet with them on your doorstep or in a coffee group. So please, you have all their contact information, reach out to them. This is what it was said. Unfortunately, our candidate will be unable to participate in the ASVI forum on October 15th. As a rule, he does not participate in forums organized by independent groups. If you have more or any more information about your organization you would like to send to the Premier, please feel free to direct it. So that was the first response. Another letter had gone out to the Premier too, and I had partnered with another organization, Calgary Leadership Forum, last week, and we had sent out a letter requesting 20 different dates that he might be available. So you can take with that what you may, but just please spread the word, promote the vote, get out, and hopefully we will see change in our riding. Thank you very, very, very much.